What's up, guys? It's Armin back with another video, and we're almost ready for the NFL draft. 4 more weeks until draft day. 4 more weeks until my colonoscopy. 4 more weeks until Jags fans get to mutter the words, "This is our year." Jaguars fans already know who the first overall pick is going to be. Urban Meyer basically already came out and said it. When asked about Trevor Lawrence, he said that's certainly the direction we're headed in. You don't need Google Maps to figure this pick out. The Jaguars social media put out a post asking fans on who the first overall pick would be, including a silhouette of Trevor Lawrence on the post. Hopefully that means a Trevor Lawrence silhouette challenge coming soon. Major Bone Dog. And just to make it more obvious, in Trevor Lawrence's Twitter bio, he has the word loading. Jaguars have the same exact thing. So the clues are all there, but this wait is taking forever. This feels like a San Andreas loading screen. This feels like I'm waiting for my food to be done in the microwave. While the first overall pick is basically set in stone, the 25th pick, our second first-round pick, is definitely a wild card. And one recent move that could affect who the Jaguars select with this 25th pick is Tyson Alualu deciding not to sign with the Jaguars and staying with the Steelers. Really, Alualu? Where do you get off? You quarantined for 10 days and all of a sudden had this epiphany? I've been stuck in this dungeon for months. You think I'm not going nuts? All in all, not that big of a deal. But with Tyson Alualu leaving, does this mean that Taven Bryan will get one last shot?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
But that's neither here nor there. This video is about the 25th pick and what the Jaguars do with it and the possible outcomes. Let's get into the video. Let's start with the guy that experts seem to be continuously mocking for the Jaguars at the 25th spot, and that's safety from TCU, Trevor Moehrig. Unless you're Chris Sims, the Jaguars get the top QB prospect in the NFL draft, and they also have a chance to get the best safety prospect in the NFL draft. The Jaguars signed Rayshon Jenkins during free agency, who could be seen here doing a box jump off his knees. Pretty sure if I tried that, I'd tear every tendon in my body. But regardless, Jenkins is more of an in-the-box safety. We have Wilson at free safety, who is serviceable, but that doesn't mean we couldn't use an upgrade. It's like having a PS4, but the PS5 is out. Sure, we don't need the PS5. Moehrig has an excellent combination of size and speed at the safety spot, with great instincts, getting 7 interceptions to 20 pass breakups in his 3 years at TCU. He reminds me of a Justin Simmons type player at the safety spot. While safety might not be our biggest need, him at the 25th spot might be too hard to pass up. The next guy I want to talk about is Christian Barmore, defensive tackle from Alabama. I didn't think the Jaguars will look this way after free agency, but considering Tyson Alualu went out to get cigarettes and never came back, this might be a direction they look at. Even though most of our free agent signings were for the defensive line and this pick doesn't really make sense, Urban Meyer did come out and say that having a top defensive line is the key to winning. So it does have some plausibility. Barmore is a 6'5", 311-pound freak athlete who is a versatile defender on defensive line, playing the 5-3-1 technique at Alabama. He's still raw and would need to be coached up with technique and using his hands, but he reminds me of a Gerald McCoy type defensive lineman. While this might not be a sexy pick, this would definitely help our defensive line, who was abysmal last year. Brian Sperry would have ran over these clowns. Now, let's look over to the offensive side of the ball. I have a feeling the Jaguars will go offense this year in the draft, just considering the moves they made in free agency was heavily on the defensive side. Plus, the more weapons we have for Dirty Trevor and the boys, the better it is for his transition. The prospect I'm seeing the most lately at the 25th spot is wide receiver from Purdue, Rondale Moore. I know a wide receiver is not a need, but remember that PS5? More than likely, Moore won't be a true number 1 receiver at the NFL level. I think he compares most to a Percy Harvin, who was coached by Urban Meyer at Florida. Almost built more like a running back, but freakishly quick and explosive athlete who can be used all over the field. He would be best in an air raid, spread, or West Coast offense. He definitely has the athletic ability and the explosiveness to succeed in the NFL. The only problem with him is he has a history of injuries, and plus in regards to the Jaguars roster, we already have Huncho Visca, who is our get the ball in space type player. And we also signed punt returner Jamal Agnew, who's technically a receiver, so maybe he even gets in the mix on those jet sweeps and get the ball in space type thing. I don't really see Moore fitting, but considering that Urban Meyer wants speed and explosion on the offensive side, I don't want to rule this guy out just yet. The next guy might be a reach, just considering we didn't address the tight end position. So we have to talk about tight end from Penn State, Pat Freiermuth. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but it sounds like a German rock band. Patty's a tight end who can win in the receiving game, and he's also a good blocker. So what's not to like about him? Funny you ask. He's a guy who's good at receiving and blocking, but not really great at anything. He doesn't have top end speed to be a mismatch nightmare, and he can also struggle at the point of attack when it comes to blocking. Now, will he make the Jaguars offense better? Probably. But is he a reach at 25? Probably. If he's available at 33, I can definitely see the Jaguars going out to get him, but maybe they panic because they didn't address the tight end spot other than getting Captain Biceps in free agency. So we'll see where this one goes. And of course, when you're speaking of tight end, I have to mention Kyle Armpits. The fact that we didn't address tight end in free agency has a lot of people thinking that Urban Meyer is developing a package to trade up to get Kyle Pitts. While this idea might make you cream yourself, I don't know if I see it happening. Kyle Pitts is projected to be a top 5, at the very least top 10 pick. Moving up 20 or even 15 spots would definitely cost a lot. The most comparable trade I can think of is when the Falcons traded up to get Julio Jones in the 2011 draft. They traded from the 27th pick all the way up to the 6th pick with the Browns, hoping to get one of the best wide receiver prospects in that draft. I think A.J. Green and Julio Jones were the top 2 prospects in the 2011 draft. The Falcons traded 5 picks to move up 21 spots. They traded that first-round pick, their second-round pick, and the fourth-round pick, and then next year's first-round pick and fourth-round pick to move up to get the 6th spot. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like the Browns got fleeced. Giving up next year's first-round pick would definitely suck, but if Kyle Pitts is supposed to be the player he's projected to be, then I'm sure the Jaguars won't regret it. Let me know what you think it will take to make that trade happen, or honestly, even if you want that trade to happen, if you want us to give up capital to get a player like that. All in all, this 25th pick is definitely a wild card. I think it honestly comes down as to who's available at that time. We can go a number of directions. We can continue building the defensive line, or maybe even the offensive line with Cam Robinson on a franchise tag. Maybe they even go that direction. We could continue patching up our secondary. We can add explosion to the offensive side of the ball to help out Trevor. Let me know in the comments section who you guys want at the 25th pick. Who do you guys think will be available? Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you for all those who subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot, and I'll see you next video.